Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on March 14th, 2021 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Karoti vachalam
Pongulangkhayate girim jatkipātamahang bande Shri Guru Dinotarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram.
Hare Om Tat Sat.
Hare Krishna. Today we will continue with the compilation of the Sri Krishna Chaitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's Plan for Maharaja Prataparudra, under the section The Veda Kirtana Pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Murari Gupta Karcha. Then the king of Utkal, lord of many elephants, desired to have darshan of Mahaprabhu. He summoned Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya together with Ramananda Rai.
So we heard how the King Gajapati Maharaj Prataparudra
So we heard how the king Gajapati Maharaj Prataparudra
was very determined to somehow see the Lord.
was very determined to somehow to see the Lord. Murari Gupta Karcha. In a loving mood with respect and humility, he asked them by what means he could obtain darshan of Gaurachandra and his elder brother. Sarvabhauma said to him, Maharaj, for a king like yourself, it is difficult to have the Lord's darshan. You should adopt some other means to see him.
Chaitanya Chandradaya Nataka.
Chaitanya Chandradaya Natak. Sarvabhauma is thinking within himself, this is the greatest love. What will I do now? Will I talk with him again? Nothing will come of it. Although the king's love is very great, it does not have the power to defeat the unshakable resolve of Sri Chaitanya. Now there is a solution. Then he told the king, King, take heart, take heart. There is a way. The tree of your desire can bear fruit. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 11.51.
ভট্টাচার্যের সান্ত্বনা দান। ভট্টাচার্য কহে দেব না করো বিষাদ, তোমারে প্রভুর অবশ্য হইবে প্রসাদ।
Finally, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, My dear king, do not worry. Because of your firm determination, I am sure that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy will definitely be bestowed upon you. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Due to King Prataparudra's firm determination, the Bhattacharya predicted that the king would receive Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy without fail, as confirmed elsewhere in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 19.151, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. By the mercy of the spiritual master and Krishna, one gets the seat of devotional service. The Bhattacharya was the spiritual master of King Prataparudra, and he gave his blessings to the effect that the Lord would be merciful upon the king. The mercy of the spiritual master and Krishna combined to grant success to a devotee engaged in Krishna consciousness. This is confirmed by the Vedas. Yasya deve para bhaktir yatha deve tata guru. Only unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all the imports of the Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. Shvetasvatara Upanishad 6.23. Maharaja Prataparudra had firm faith in Bhattacharya, who declared Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Having firm faith in the Bhattacharya as his spiritual master, King Prataprudra immediately accepted Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Lord. Thus, he began worshipping Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his mind. This is the process of devotional service. According to Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita 9.34, engage your mind always in thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances to me, and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. This process is very simple. One need only be firmly convinced by the spiritual master that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If one decides this, he can make further progress by thinking of Krishna, chanting of Krishna, and glorifying him. There is then no doubt that such a fully surrendered devotee will receive the blessings of Lord Krishna. Srila Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya explains this further. Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka, King Prataprudra says, if you know a way, say it. Sarvabhauma replies, although the messenger that it is your love for him will make the actual arrangement for your meeting with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, still our plan will make your path favorable. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 11.52.
দেহ প্রেমাধীন তোমার প্রেম গাঢ়তর অবশ্য করিবেন কৃপা তোমার পর।
As soon as the Bhattacharya saw the king's firm determination, he declared, the Supreme Lord is approached only by pure love. Your love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very deep. Therefore, without a doubt, he will be merciful upon you. Report by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Such determination is the first qualification, as confirmed by Rupa Goswami, Upadeshamrita, verse number 3. Utsahan nischayat dhairyat. One must first have firm determination, firm faith. When one engages in devotional service, he must maintain his firm determination. Then Krishna will be pleased with his service. The spiritual master can show the path of devotional service. If the disciple follows the principles rigidly and undeviatingly, he will certainly receive the mercy of Krishna. This is confirmed by the Shastras. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 11.53.
প্রভু সহ রাজা সাক্ষাৎকারের উপায় নির্ধারণ। তথাপি কহিহে আমি এক উপায়, এই উপায় করো প্রভু দেখিবে যাহাই।
Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya then suggested, there is one means by which you can directly see him. And the king said, what is your plan? Tell it. Murarigupta Kocha. When those supreme lords become intoxicated by the joy of Sankirtana, then, O great king, you may attempt to see them. Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka. Sarvabhauma tells to the king alone so that anyone else does not hear. During the Rath-yatra festival of the Lord Jagannath, there will be a great festival of dancing. To relieve the fatigue of dancing, Sri Chaitanya will enter a solitary garden, move the royal robes and opulent external garments, dressed simply and accompanied only by the messenger of your spiritual love, enter that garden. In that way, you can approach the Lord and personally see him.
So since Lord Chaitanya said, "Do not see a king,"
Since Lord Chaitanya said he would not see a king,
Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya gave the plan, don't go as a king,
so Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya gave a plan, don't go as a king,
go as a Vaishnava.
go as a Vaishnava.
And this way you can get the mercy.
In this way, you can get the mercy. Hari Bol.
What about that?
What,
That he gave his charter.
what about that he gave his king? It comes in the next chapter, Srila Guru Maharaj. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 11.54.
রথযাত্রা দিনে প্রভু সব ভক্ত লইয়া রথ আগে নিত্য করিবেন প্রেমাবিষ্ট হইয়া।
On the day of the car festival, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will dance before the deity in great ecstatic love. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antakanda, 5.145.
যে সময়ে প্রভু নিত্য করেন কীর্তনে বাহ্য জ্ঞান দৈবে নাহি থাকায় তখনে।
Lord Chaitanya dances
The Lord Chaitanya dances
while doing kirtan.
while doing kirtan.
By the arrangement of providence,
By the arrangement of providence,
he loses external consciousness.
he loses external consciousness. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antakanda, 5.146.
রাজাও পরম ভক্ত সেই অবসরে দেখিবেন প্রভুরে থাকিয়া অগোচরে।
Raja is also a great devotee.
The Raja is also a great devotee,
I can use this opportunity
so he can use this opportunity
to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu
to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu
without the Lord's knowledge.
without the Lord's knowledge. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 11.55.
প্রেমাবেশে পুষ্পোদ্যানে করিবেন প্রবেশ সেই কালে একেলে তুমি ছাড়ি রাজবেশ।
On that Rathyatra festival day, after dancing before the Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will enter the Gundicha garden. At that time, you should go there alone, without your royal dress. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 11.56.
কৃষ্ণ রাস পঞ্চোধ্যায় করিতে পঠন একলে যায় মহাপ্রভুর ধরিবে চরণ।
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enters the Gundicha garden, you should also go there and read the 5th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam about Lord Krishna's dancing with the gopis. In this way, you can catch hold of the Lord's lotus feet. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 11.56.
So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya gave this plan to King Prataprudra.
So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya gave this plan to King Prataprudra.
If he could go incognito as a normal devotee,
So that he can go incognito as a normal devotee,
and thus he can serve the Lord and see the Lord.
and thus he can serve the Lord and see the Lord.
And this chanting of the Gopi Gita is very dear to Lord Chaitanya.
And this chanting of the Gopi Gita is very dear to Lord Chaitanya.
So in this way, he'll be very happy with the king's offering.
In this way, he'll be very happy with the king's offering.
বাহ্যগান নাহি সে কালে কৃষ্ণ নাম শুনি আলিঙ্গন করিবেন তোমায় বৈষ্ণব জানি।
Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be in a mood of ecstatic love without external consciousness. At that time, as you recite those chapters from Srimad Bhagavatam, he will embrace you, knowing you to be a pure Vaishnava. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. A Vaishnava is always ready to help another Vaishnava progress toward realization of the Absolute Truth. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya could understand the king's position as a pure Vaishnava. the king was always thinking of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the Bhattacharya wanted to help him approach the Lord. The Vaishnava is always compassionate, especially when he sees a prospective devotee very determined, Dridhavrata. Consequently, Bhattacharya was ready to help the king.
In this way, he gave a plan to the king
So, in this way, he gave a plan to the king
to help him to achieve the shelter of Lord Chaitanya.
to help him to achieve the shelter of Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya Bhagavad, Antakhanda 5.147.
এই যুক্তি সবে কহিলেন রাজার স্থানে, রাজা বলে যেতে মতে দেখো মাত্র তানে।
So after making this plan and telling the king,
And after making the plan and telling the king
replied, somehow or other, it's my desire to see Lord Chaitanya.
Somehow or other, it is my desire to see Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka. The king, feeling relieved, he says to Sarvabhauma alone, so be it. No one but you will know this plan. Bhattacharya, so be it. Murari Gupta Korsar. The king eagerly replied with a brightly smiling face, O Brahmana, kindly bless this endeavor so it may soon take place. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 11.58.
রামানন্দ কর্তৃক প্রভুর কঠিন মন দ্রবীভূত। রামানন্দ রায় আজি তোমার প্রেম গুণ, প্রভু আগে কহিতে প্রভু ফিরি গেল মন।
The Lord has already changed his mind due to Ramananda Rai's description of your pure love for him, purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. At first, the Lord did not want to see the king, but due to the Bhattacharya's and Ramananda Rai's earnest endeavors, the Lord's mind was changed. The Lord already declared that Krishna would be merciful upon the king due to the king's service to the devotees. This is the process by which one can advance in Krishna consciousness. First, there must be the devotee's mercy. Then Krishna's mercy will descend. Yasyat prasadat bhagavat prasado, yasya prasadan nagatih kutopi. Our first duty, therefore, is to satisfy the spiritual master, who can arrange for the Lord's mercy. A common man must first begin to serve the spiritual master or the devotee. Then, through the mercy of the devotee, the Lord will be satisfied. Unless one receives the dust of a devotee's lotus feet on one's head, there is no possibility for advancement. This is confirmed by a statement of Prahlad Maharaja in the Srimad Bhagavatam 7.5.32. Unless one approaches a pure devotee, he cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Maharaja Prataprudra worshipped both Ramananda Rai and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Thus, he touched the lotus feet of pure devotees and was able thereby to approach Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Now this purport, Prabhupada gives the secret
So, in this purport, Srila Prabhupada gives the secret
that by the mercy of the devotee, one gets the mercy of Krishna.
by the mercy of devotee, one gets the mercy of Krishna.
So one should be very determined to serve the devotee.
So, one should be determined to serve the devotee,
By his mercy, one will get Krishna.
and by his mercy, one will get Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 11.59.
প্রভুর কৃপালাভের আশায় রাজা দৃঢ় সংকল্প, শুনি গজপতির মনে সুখ উপজিল প্রভুরে মিলিতে এই মন্ত্রণা দৃঢ় কইল।
Maharaj Prataprudra took the Bhattacharya's advice and firmly decided to follow his instruction. Thus, he felt transcendental happiness.
So by following the spiritual master's advice, the king felt spiritual happiness.
By following the spiritual master's advice, the king felt spiritual happiness. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 11.16.
রাজার অধৈর্য ও দিন গণন। স্নান যাত্রা কবে হবে পুছিল ভট্টেরে, ভট্ট কহে 3 দিন আছায়ে যাত্রা রে।
When the king asked Bhattacharya when the bathing ceremony, Snan Yatra, of Lord Jagannath would take place, the Bhattacharya replied that there were only 3 days left before the ceremony.
The king was very eager to see the Lord Chaitanya,
So the king was very eager to see the Lord Chaitanya.
and you know that after the bathing ceremony, 15 days will be there to the Rath Yatra.
And he knows that after the bathing ceremony, 15 days will be there for the Rath Yatra.
Then our Lord Jagannath would hold on his Ratha to Gundicha.
And there, Lord Jagannath will go by his Ratha to the Gundicha.
Thus, he was counting every day,
So thus he would be counting every day,
being greatly desirous of seeing the Lord's lotus feet.
being greatly desirous of seeing the Lord's lotus feet. Thus ends the chapter entitled Sarvabhauma, Bhattacharya's plan for Maharaja Prataparudra, under the section The Veda Kirtana, pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
We see how Gajapati Maharaj Prataparudra had such intense desire to see Lord Chaitanya.
So we see how Gajapati Maharaj Prataprudra has such intense desire to see Lord Chaitanya.
If we have such intense desire to serve Lord Chaitanya and Lord Krishna,
If we have such intense desire to serve Lord Chaitanya and serve Lord Krishna,
then the Lord will give His mercy very easy.
and then the Lord will give His mercy very easily.
So we should have such a determination, such a strong desire to serve the Lord.
So we should have such a strong determination and strong desire to serve the Lord,
And thus, we can achieve the Lord's mercy very easily.
and thus we can achieve the Lord's mercy very easily.
So now we're having the Sri Mayapur Kirtan Mela.
Now we are having the Sri Mayapur Kirtan Mela.
Very nice to see the devotees chant and dance,
Very nice to see the devotees chant and dance,
to see the Panchatattva, see Radha Madhava and Astasaki.
see the Panchatattva, Shri Radha Madhav and Astashaki,
See Radha Madhava Mayapur
see Radha Madhav Mayapur Chandra,
and see Prahlad Narasimhadev.
and see the Prahlad Narasimhadev.
So the devotees, by chanting the name of Krishna before Krishna,
So the devotees, by chanting the name of Krishna before Krishna,
they get the special mercy.
they get his special mercy.
Today I was reading the devotees have researched about the glories of Tulsi Devi.
Today I was reading the devotees have researched the glories of Tulsi Devi,
Padma Purana and the Tulsi Upanishad,
the Padma Purana and Tulsi Upanishad,
how putting the tulsi leaf ground up with the sandalwood paste
How putting the tulsi leaf round out with the sandalwood paste
gives Krishna more pleasure.
gives Krishna more pleasure.
And the devotees, by doing all these services, they get the mercy to achieve the planet of Lord Krishna.
So, devotees, by doing such services, they'll get the mercy to achieve the
Planet of Lord Krishna.
planet of Lord Krishna.
The devotees were asking, how can they achieve Krishna Loka?
So, devotees were asking, how can we achieve Krishna Loka?
Simply by putting tulsi in the sandalwood paste, or offering tulsi leaf to Krishna,
Simply by putting the tulsi in the sandalwood paste and offering tulsi to lotus feet of Krishna,
one gets such a mercy
one gets special mercy
from Krishna.
from Krishna.
So, similarly, if we have a strong desire
So, similarly, we have a strong desire
to achieve the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya,
to achieve the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya.
and then it's possible.
Then it's possible.
So we should have that strong desire.
So, we should have that strong desire,
Then we can achieve Krishna in this life.
and then we can achieve Krishna in this life.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.